The Caribbean islands of St. Martin, Anguilla, Barbuda, and others took a beating working on recovery efforts. Catholic Relief Services. They have offices in Haiti and in the Dominican Republic. Sean Callahan, President and CEO of Catholic Relief Services, joins us now. Thank you so much for taking time out of what must be a very busy time.
Pleasure to be here.
Put Hurricane Irma in perspective for us. As it hit the Caribbean, how devastating?
Incredibly devastating. Category 5, winds up to 185 miles an hour. And if you can imagine being in what we would consider a shack, a clapboard house, and feeling the wind and the rain raging through it, I mean, frightening for the people who are involved.
Well, Barbuda decimated, 95%. How will you be helping?
So we're working with the Caritas, local Caritas organizations, which is the Catholic Church organizations. We've already provided them some technical assistance before the emergency hit so that they knew how to prepare themselves and get ready for it. And then we have assessment teams on the ground with our local partners reviewing what needs to be done now.
A lot of the islands devastated by Irma are territories by the U.S. and European countries, and French President Emmanuel Macron is expected to visit St. Martin tomorrow. The British government has pledged $42 million. The European Union has released $2.4 million to help these Caribbean islands. Does that dwarf the amount that you are putting into this?
It doesn't. I think it's a combination effort that all of these different countries and agencies provide the assistance. So we go out for the poorest of the poor, work with the local church on those who aren't receiving the aid, and then try to uplift them with shelter materials, tarps to begin with, but then repairing their homes. And we're with them for the long term. Sometimes some emergency assistance comes in and is just for that short term, but we're there for the longer term.
And we had a correspondent in Haiti who was there a year after Hurricane Matthew hit in 2016. I know that your organization and Caritas had been there. How difficult is it to repair hurricane after hurricane and to be there for those people who really have nothing?
You know, for those who we can assist ahead of time, and that's the key, is preparing, and we call it disaster risk reduction, assisting them so that they build their houses in a way that they won't be destroyed. But I also responded to Hurricane Matthew, and a lot of the fishing communities just along the coast were washed away. When you get surges of 12 feet so that the water coming in was 20 feet high, the houses are actually underwater. So that's very, very difficult. The other thing is livelihoods. In Haiti, many of the livelihoods were washed away. We had a cacao project. Many of the trees were damaged, and it can take 3 years for them to repair the agriculture after a devastating storm.
And wells, I would imagine, are also impacted, drinking water. What you're doing is such an amazing service, and I'm very grateful that you took time to come to EWTN News Nightly. Sean Callahan, President and CEO of Catholic Relief Services.
Thank you.